Salvatorio speaks, and here's what he's got to say about statewide relocation, the F-rated rip-off moving company. I'm reading from my rip-off report. Rip-off report number 928306 from ripoffreport.com. This is part 7 of that report. You can read the whole report by clicking on a link under the video. AMSA did what it did. It acted in a dishonest and unethical way. The way my move was done, by referral, quote unquote, is a deceptive, destructive, and illegitimate moving business practice used by moving companies like StateWide Relocation and Green Van Lines to set up and trap unsuspecting consumers like me and a lot of other people. It's called bait and switch. AMSA sanctions it. That's the reason, it seems to me, they would deny that statewide relocation and Green Van Lines are members of AMSA. They know what these companies do. They know, and they are ashamed of it. But they profit from it too. They collect dues and maybe a kickback from these companies. So they allow it. But even AMSA doesn't want anybody to know that they have members like statewide relocation. They're not listed under the pro mover, quote unquote, tab on their website. That's for sure. And you can't even find a listing of them as a member at all. And as I said, AMSA denied in writing that statewide relocation is a member. I got the letter. That's fraud. If they are a member, and they are, but given statewide relocation's record, is it any wonder AMSA would be willing to commit fraud to hide statewide relocation's membership in their organization from the public? If in fact they are a member of AMSA, and they are. Still, statewide relocation offered, they said, to pay for my move. I have 2 things to say about that. First of all, how come? Why all of a sudden have they offered to pay me $3,897? Like they're going to pay that, right? When at first they paid me $99. Or they offered to pay me, I should say. That's what CSI, a.k.a. Crime Syndicate Inc., and statewide relocation offered to pay me. $99. That's less than a penny on the dollar. And now they'll pay me $3,897? I don't think so. Thanks, but no thanks. After all, what prompted their offer? Is it because the BBB is looking? What are they afraid of? A well-deserved F from the BBB? They didn't make that offer out of generosity of their hearts, that's for sure. It's just fear or a trick. That's the motive here. Afraid they might have to pay up or go out of business and trying once again to get off cheap. And afraid that somebody knows they have a lot to hide. What kind of company takes $13,057 worth of valuation out of your pocket and then offers its customer, its own customer, so-called, or client, quote-unquote, as they say, $99 as a settlement, quote-unquote? A company like that is a company that has something to hide. And that's what kind of company they are. And never mind ethics. Does it make good business sense to treat your customer like that? Doesn't word get around sooner or later about a company's quote-unquote customer service? Never mind the idea of treating quote-unquote people like that. Because if I'm not a person, even a person, how can I even be a customer? So what am I? A mark? A sucker? Easy money? Not worth a penny. In their eyes, that's for sure. And that means literally. Salvatorio has spoken, and that's what he had to say about statewide relocation, the F-rated rip-off moving company.